I know I'm from the east to the west, north to the south, they let come together as one. They say united we stand, divided we fall. If we not celebrate, we do it for you. Walla you from Gentile, you from Lower County, you from Maryland. Walla you from Railway Station. I'm about that way on young people. I'm up on the fine way.
Liberia. Hey, I love Liberia. Oh, yeah, yeah. And of course, I know you love Liberia. If you are a Liberian, this is how I like to welcome you to Open Conversation on ELBC Radio and online. This evening is Thursday, right? The 27th of July. The year remains 2023. After a day after the celebration of the July 26th Liberia's 167th independence celebration. And I know it wasn't easy yesterday. A lot of people out there, a lot of food was all around, the parties all over the place, and those who were celebrating birthdays, it was just a whole lot yesterday. You know, Liberians. Early in the morning, I was in the gym, and then one of my colleagues was saying, "Look, Mr. Trina, don't give me a hard time. You don't know," because he's not a Liberian anyway. So then the lady was saying, "Don't give me a hard time today. Or today is 26th day. You're not no Liberian pole bowling." I was just looking at her and smiling. So you know what it means when it's 26, celebrations in Liberia. Some people didn't even go to work today because they jolly last night and they couldn't even make it to work today. But again, it's good. We're here this evening with open conversation. You know, the conversation is opened, and here we talk about everything. We critically analyze the issues, talk about trending issues, set the agenda, and seek your input on the positive direction of our country. And I'm your lone presenter this evening on our open conversation. Please, let's keep it civil and open. First of all, you know, we usually do what we call what's trending in Liberia. And then we go straight to our guests at 8:30 to talk about what's trending in their area and what they are up to as a citizen of the country. We're in electioneering period. We know that the National Elections Commission has not declared campaign open, but the same National Elections Commission, as we know, has put up, the listing of candidates, and we all know now who are running. We'll take one day here. Maybe we can do that just a day. We'll do that every week. We take up some time to talk about the people who are running in every county. We'll call the names of those people. That's not what we're doing here this evening, but we're speaking to one representative aspirant this evening on Open Conversation. And my prime guest this evening on the show is former gender minister and now representative aspirant of Grand Bassa District number 3, Julia Duncan-Cassel. She is intending to replace CDC Matthew Fairplay Joe. Can she do that? We will be asking her all of the tough questions this evening on Open Conversation. You don't want to miss that. But let's go straight to what's trending today in Liberia. And before we talk about what's trending today, I like to go a little bit backwards because yesterday we celebrated our Independence Day. A lot of us can remember the food we ate yesterday, the drinks we drank. Some people drank until, like I said, they didn't work today. I know of some of them. Maybe I'll call some names this evening on our Open Conversation. But before I do all of that, let me just tell you that yesterday, because it was our Independence Day, usually, the government will have a formal program, and that program was held yesterday. And we had some visiting delegation in country. The president of neighboring Ghana was here. The president of Gambia was also here as guest of His Excellency, the President of Liberia. The Foreign Minister of Ukraine was here also, attending that wonderful program yesterday. And we know that we had a an orator, not seen before, not heard of. I didn't know. Somebody was saying that, oh, Chief Tamatele was once an orator. So okay, so then it happened before. And it's been a long time. Thank God that Chief Zanzakawa, who heads all of the traditional people in Liberia, had an opportunity to serve as national orator. He spoke through an interpreter. I believe that happened because we had international people, guests visiting us. You didn't expect that Chief Zanzakawa would speak our Liberian English, and the guests will understand exactly what he was saying. So they were part of the ceremony. They were invited, and so I'm sure the organizers do it to the visiting delegation to understand exactly what the orator had to say. So he spoke to an interpreter. Just to sum up a little bit of what he said yesterday was that he was encouraging those politicians, all of those who are in politics, the National Elections Commission, those who have everything to do with making sure that the elections are fair, free, and transparent. He strongly believed that the conduct of our free and fair elections will prevent violence in the country. Nobody wants to go back to violence because we all, as Liberians who were here when the war started and who stay here throughout the war. Even if you didn't stay here, you had an opportunity, but that was never a good experience for all of us as Liberian citizens. We know what it did to us. It took us back individually as a country. It took us back personally. It took us back because there were things we should have achieved. Liberia should have been far, far far away, on par with her counterparts. But we here we are. We're trying and struggling to put the broken pieces still together. So nobody wants war anymore. So that was key on his agenda yesterday. We talked more about the elections because who wouldn't talk about elections if you are a national orator and we're going to elections just under 3 months? You will always want to talk about the peace and how all of us. It's incumbent upon all of us to keep the peace as a people. And so we know that the president himself hailed Liberians for the way we continue to carry ourselves. We're seen as a beacon of hope when it comes to peace in the sub-region. And I'm sure President Weah himself is proud of his own people, and he hailed Liberians and encouraged them to continuously remain on that path because it's important for all of us as a people. We know that the Gambian president, Adama Barrow, received Liberia's highest national honor, and that honor was conferred upon him yesterday by the president of the Republic of Ghana, Nana Akufo-Addo, conferred that Gala of State title by President Weah at the Independence Day ceremony at the Centennial Memorial pavilion. So the highest honor was given to Adama Barrow, but the Ghanaian president, Nana Akufo-Addo, conferred that on behalf of our president, on the president of the Gambia. So it was a colorful program. I know most of us followed it. On via the social media and on ELBC radio, and it was also on other radio stations, community radio stations that relate the program from ELBC radio. So it's good that we had our celebrations and the country didn't burn and all of us are up again today. Celebrations are over. Everybody wanted to eat the big dish, the best dish is over with, and it's time for us to keep the ball rolling and start working because we have a lot to do as a people. So let's come to today. There's one major thing that happened today that we're going to talk about on that is trending, and that is the CDC named its campaign team ahead of the October elections. And they call themselves, that team was called by the chairman of the CDC that Chairman Molu says that is the CDC Victory Campaign Committee. That's how he referred to them. And according to him, that campaign team includes everybody. It took into consideration everyone from all, sectors of the Liberian society, all sectors of the society. He was talking about market women were inclusive, the younger boys, the youth, the students, and everybody. So instead of me doing all the much talking, because I'll be doing a lot of talking later on, let's hear what the campaign what the campaign produced today, or the CDC chairman, the names of those who he called. I'm going to see whether I can give chance to listen for the next 5 minutes to him. If he doesn't conclude, no, 5 minutes is just too much. 3 minutes to see. Let's hear some of the names from the chairman of the Coalition for Democratic Change, Chairman Molu, and then we talk a little bit about that.
So our first name on the list. Our first name. Using numbers, campaign manager here. Using numbers, campaign manager here. Campaign manager for administration. Campaign manager for RCD. Yellow is RCD. General campaign coordinator is Dora Filabongo. Deputy for Finance is Yvette Freeman. Deputy for International Outreach is Uncle Maurice Sakar. Deputy for Logistics is Ernest T. Clark. Procurement is Anthony Dr. Samora Pisa Wolopoli. Deputy for Planning, for Policy and Planning, Ambassador Buffalo M. Tule. Deputy for Transportation, Dauda S. Kalon. Deputy for Legal Affairs, Colonel Alexander Zoe. Deputy for Religious Affairs, Reverend Festus Arabi Logan. Deputy for Cultural and Traditional Affairs, Uncle Joe Tua. Deputy for Entertainment, Bonissimus W. Bachu. Deputy for Inter-Party Affairs, Andrew Peters. Deputy for Mobilization, Musa Kwanem. Deputy for Educational and Institutional Affairs, Malaya Zay Sharif. Deputy for Workers and Trade Union Affairs, Rabbi Sami. Deputy for Diaspora Affairs, Madam Constant G. Swen Dwopo. Deputy for Water, Sanitation and Hygiene, Salah O. Kamara. Deputy for Gender, Fadu Soiree. Deputy for Youth Affairs, Emmanuel Mulva Johnson.
The conscience of the young people, Zayo. Our leader, mentor, and teacher, Zayo. Aduita. Viva, Fatou Sare, viva.
Masale. For market and trade affairs, Elizabeth Samula. Deputy for Photos Education, Bono Sayo. Deputy for Professional Entrepreneur Affairs, Uncle Henry B. Famula. Deputy for Political Engagement, Israel Akinsaya. Deputy for Strategy,
Abdul Hafiz Corona. Director of Data Management, Mr. Richmond Toby. Director of Pastoral Affairs, Mr. Mayango Jala. What the name of a special project? Eman Vijay Glasgow. Cabinet for first-time voters, Shira M. Doe. Chairman, campaign ambassador board, Ambassador Jeremiah Slaughter. Secretary General, Jabasi Tambawodi. Spokesperson, Snatch Power, Media and Communications. Can you buy Bassa? Spokesperson 1, Wake Fofana. Deputy Campaign Spokesperson 2, Kwame O. Weeks. Deputy Campaign Spokesperson 3,
Okay, we'll leave it at that. And you see that the We Are Intellectual movement is captured in that, but the list is very, very long. Maybe tomorrow, by God's grace, we will talk more about that. We give you the full listing here on open conversation, but you heard a little gist of those who were named today by the chairman of the Coalition for Democratic Change. He named obviously His Excellency the President of Liberia named Len Eugene Nambe as the chairperson of CDC campaign. But today we heard that Garrison Yelu is the deputy campaign manager for administration. That tells you that NIMBA is also taken into consideration. We heard that Thomas Fala is also Representative Thomas Fala is the deputy campaign manager for youth affairs. No, Emmanuel Johnson, sorry, for youth affairs, and Representative Thomas Fala is the deputy campaign manager for operations, and so. All eyes are on Lofa and Nimba County, but the whole list is there, and a lot of people have been taken into consideration, as the chairman said today. And so, like I said, we can read you all of the list. It's a very, very long list. The Kanyo Babala is the campaign spokesperson, and Fatou Soare is the campaign chair for gender affairs. Who else? Elizabeth Sambola is the deputy campaign manager for market and trade, among others. And so, like I said, tomorrow we'll talk about those. I heard the name of Titi Swen. I heard a lot of names, but we'll get the full listing and we'll talk about that tomorrow. But this is what's happening, or that is what happened today in Liberia. That's the most immediate, the most. What will I say? The biggest thing when it comes to elections, we know that the Unity Party has already named her campaign list. She has Yomli Kanga Lawrence as chair of the campaign. The CDC has Len Eugene Nambe, how do you call them? The CPP. CPP has Louis Brown as chair of campaign. And so we're still waiting for the other parties, but it tells you that the election heat is already on. And so it is what it is. I'm going to open up the lines for the few minutes to hear from you what you make of the CDC listing today. Yesterday was Independence Day. If you have something to say concerning what happened yesterday, the official ceremony, you are at liberty to say that. And let's talk about the CDC list of people they named today, members of the campaign team, and that team is called, according to the chairman of the Coalition for Democratic Change, Chairman Molu, it says that's the CDC Victory Campaign Committee. And so the number to call is 080-514-096, and you'll be live on our open conversation. Let's take our very first caller. Good evening.
Hello. Good evening.
Good evening, sir.
My name is Christopher B. Kenneth.
Yeah, you.
And I call you from Kingsville this evening.
Okay. It's good.
Well, the list that came out from the Coalition for Democratic Change is very much balanced. They cut across the spectrum of the society. And I would like to thank our irritated chairman for going down to the people, the grassroots, and moving them on a campaign team like the mighty Coalition for Democratic Change.
Okay.
I want to extend my appreciation to him. Thank you very much.
Thank you also for being a part of the program. Let's hear this caller. Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Thank you. This is CDC Professor Kate. I've been joining from the most abandoned district of County.
District what?
County.
Okay, let's hear you.
Let me say kudos to you. Let me say bravo to the most powerful chairman ever in our history in Nigeria, Molu. He has said, the team is very strategic and the team will do well. And I do appreciate him today.
You trust that team? Do you trust that team?
100%. I need for one person to hire on the team, which is my uncle, is David Koti. David Anna Koti need to be on the team so that he can make things happen for her as well.
Oh, okay.
So the team 100%, yes. David Anna Koti.
Okay, thank you.
I know. Thank you.
Okay. Hello.
Hey, how are you today? How you doing?
I'm good. How you doing?
Yeah, no, but it's not car. We don't have to stay at the re-election program. We are calling from people.
Let's hear you.
Well, what I was about basically about that need that team must be is completely intimidating.
Oh, it's intimidating.
Yeah, yes. Because
okay. Who are you guys intimidating?
So we are intimidating the opponent.
Okay.
Because sometimes you win the game, it's not because you have all the whatever. Sometimes the player that you put on the field, when the knee alone is poor, you already sharing who you coming to come meet. So who are you going to put in studio with Kano or Baibala? Who are you going to put in studio with the campaign chair? Who are you going to bring?
So it's not about, okay, since you want to go there, let me go there a little bit with you. It's not about who you're going to put in studio. It's not about, it's not only about, talking tough, right? It's about, talking and getting to the electorates and making sure that, what you say to them, makes sense to them and they understand exactly. So how you get to the old man, where they're in the bush and all in the nooks and crannies of our society. Let me just speak. The person who is representing Nimba County on the campaign team, the deputy campaign chair, do you believe in Garrison Yelu? Do you think he can do the work in Nimba County?
Oh yes, he's been there. In fact, I think he win election in Nimba County as a representative at the 2 term or 3 term in a particular district.
No, not
so.
No.
Yeah. So he been there as a representative. So he's going to issue a county bar, but also as a campaign spokesperson. He's been around. He ran in district 4 before, all the party TK, and then but no way he came back home to CDC, and then he also helped to run the campaign for CDC. Then he talk about Eugene Lambe. Eugene Lambe ran campaign for Unity Party, and they were successful. So he knows all of the strategy. If you are telling that he has some. So take on the people, he was so released back. So he has a lot of information to put out there to the people.
Okay, let's hear this other caller. Good evening. Good evening.
Yeah, good evening, CTP.
How you doing?
Yeah, this is Abu Sherry. I'm calling from the Duncan-Cassel Chicken Freeway.
Let's hear you.
CTP, the timber is no dark at all, but my disappointment CTP yesterday. The program yesterday, it was not about our president birthday. It was not about the campaign manager or any other person but the nation, CTP. So yesterday, my disappointment for the opposition committee, they always boycott the important program in CTP actually is not good because they consider themselves as government in waiting. Okay, but then when they acting that they say today actually is not good. I want to believe that because with the program, no, not yesterday, which of course is very disappointing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you for your comments this evening. Let's hear this other person. Good evening. Good evening.
Yes, good evening.
Let's hear you.
This is Fred Gio. I call from the community.
Okay.
But the team look a little heavy.
The what?
I said the team look like heavy 11.
Oh wow.
Yeah, because we all these guys that would need on this team. I think the opposition from tonight. So most of them they are involved in them because veteran you did nothing.
Okay, so the opposition has zone in your mind, right?
They are worried at this time.
Okay.
They are worried at this time. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you also for being a part of the program. Hello.
Yeah, hello, today.
President, how you doing?
I'm doing good for you.
Wonderful.
This is Paul Susan and I'm calling from the convention.
Let's hear you.
Okay. I want to talk about the program first. I want to appreciate Chief Duncan-Cassel for the nice speech that he gave yesterday. Even though the opposition, they are still before and I told them yesterday morning that you already know the defeat. You see, when you're somebody that anything I get in here, you pick on and start fighting with it. And I read how he dealt with the opposition yesterday. Can you imagine somebody who do good thing to you, then you shouldn't present that what the opposition trying to say.
Okay.
The speaker who know what that is for them. Even not only they alone, what he did for the entire country. So the number after the good that then he doing for the country. So for that reason, it happened with him. I say no to that. If you do that, Bible said against it, you really because Psalm 109. When somebody do good thing to you, then you revolt.
Okay, sir. Thank you for your comments. Let's hear other people. Good evening.
Let me say
Okay, let's hear you.
That thing
What? The noise is in your background, so move away from the noise. The team has what? Okay. 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 Thank you. Thank you. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Concerning the campaign team, this is the best thing ever that the program is just you take 5 players and then going back and you take all the new players from there and then you bring them on one thing. You get Jesus Christ 11 when nobody able to pass through them. That's a team. I think he draws is a winning team.
Jesus Christ told you that he get 11. Jesus Christ told you that he get 11.
Jesus Christ get 11. Yeah. Jesus Christ 11. That's a kind of team. It's not only team that they draw where they made normally with chairperson then she took up a territory the expensive will take in the Republic of Liberia. Where Mom Musung or children not able to go because they're not getting able to go to have a girl hotel to celebrate with her. You know, since they draw the best squad ever. So that's a winning thing. So thank you.
Okay. All right. Thank you also for being a part of the program, sir. This is Open Conversation on ELBC Radio. Let's hear this other caller. Good evening. Good evening. That person seems to be off the line. 0880514-096 is the number to call, and you will be live. I will take just maybe one more caller, and then we'll try to get in touch with our guests right here on our Open Conversation. Good evening.
Hello. Hello.
Good evening.
Hello.
Good evening. Good evening, sir.
Yeah, I'm calling from Ponja around here.
Let's hear you.
Yeah, about my happened this evening for this powerful thing. Go watch just go and prepare. That team is a team that's going to win the opposition 5-0. 5-0 there. So the team for the defender, for the keeper, defender, midfielder, and the stopper, all fit. And the opposition already in the hurry. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you also for being a part of the program. This is Open Conversation on ELBC Radio, and today the Coalition for Democratic Change announced the people who are going to be out there campaigning on behalf of the team. You know, the president announced the chairperson of the campaign team when he was told thank you the other day by the Liberian people, and today the chairman of the party, Chairman Moluba Molu, announced the rest of the people who are going to be all in the trenches. Those people who you can deal with when you want to be on board the CDC. And the list is a long, long list. According to them, this list has taken into consideration or incorporates everybody from all spectrum of life in Liberia. So we're going to leave it at that now. And I go to our guest. Let's take this short break. And when we come back, we go to talk to our guest on our Open Conversation. Like I told you earlier, my guest this evening on the show is former gender minister, and she's an aspirant now in Grand Bassa County. She's aspiring to win district number 3. She wants to kick out CDC Matthew Fairplay Joe. Can she do that? We will be asking her all of the questions right here on Open Conversation. Stay with us. Let's take a shot.
From the east to the west, north to the south, let's come together as one. They say you're not there, we stand, if I there, we fight. If we not celebrate, we do it for you. Voila, you forget that. You from Lower Country, you from Maryland. Voila, you from Rewa Sessi. I'm a bad way on your river, I walk on the fine way. La villa, I love Liberia, oh yeah yeah. Free land and liberty, Liberia, oh yeah yeah. Oh yeah, I love Liberia, oh yeah yeah. They play for me and you, Liberia, oh yeah yeah. Oh yeah yeah.
I was raised in the swamp, but I chilled with my guns. Kept it on the low, but we fought for the bones. True son of the soil, I'm a prince in my own. Never gonna lie, me, I love LIB. Even though it's far, when we show we can face it. It's not a prophecy, I know that we can rise again. Holding my hand, I holding your own. United we stand, divided we fall. So that's what they say when I come with ball. When I tell you on that side, and I get no bro. I got L to the O to the V and the E. If we fighting together, we can conquer this team. From the east to the west, then waving the flag from the north to the side. Yeah, that's joining the team. You go, you pella, you love my crown. Who kill it? Who got done?
I love Liberia, oh yeah yeah. Free land and liberty, Liberia, oh yeah yeah. Oh yeah yeah. I love Liberia, oh yeah yeah. They play for me and you, Liberia, oh yeah yeah. Oh yeah yeah.
Mama was born, yeah. Papa was born, yeah. They hold us together, the honey boy, yeah. Nabalike na koya bake na papa kubo. Nabalike na koya bake na papa kubo. Nabali bola boge na papa kubo. Nabali bola boge na papa kubo. La biro waka poma o. La biro waka ma o. Balanda anwa waka ma o. Anwa waka ma o. Anwa
From the east to the west, north to the south, yeah, let's come together as one. They say united we stand, divided we fall. If we not celebrate, we do it for you. Voila, you forget it. You from Lova Kante, you from Maryland. Voila, you from Rewa Sesu. I'm a bad that way on young people. I'm up on the fine way. Nabila, I love Liberia, oh yeah yeah. Free land and liberty, Liberia, oh yeah yeah. Oh yeah yeah. I love Liberia, oh yeah yeah. They play for me and you, Liberia, oh yeah yeah. Oh yeah yeah. I love Liberia, oh yeah yeah. Free land and liberty, Liberia, oh yeah yeah. Oh yeah yeah. I love Liberia, oh yeah yeah. They play for me and you, Liberia, oh yeah yeah. Oh yeah yeah.
Master Square on the mix.
From the east to the west, north to the south, yeah, let's come together as one. They say united we stand, divided we fall. If we not celebrate, we do it for you. Voila, you forget it. You from Lova Kante, you from Maryland. Voila, you from Rewa Sesu. I'm a bad that way on young people. I'm up on the fine way. Nabila, I love Liberia, oh yeah yeah. Free land and liberty, Liberia, oh yeah yeah. Oh yeah yeah. I love Liberia, oh yeah yeah. They play for me and you, Liberia, oh yeah yeah. Oh yeah yeah.
I was raised in the slum, but I chilled with my guns. Kept it on the low, but we fought for the bones. True son of the soil, I'm a prince in my own. Never gonna lie, me, I love LIB. Even though it's far, when we show we can face it. It's not a prophecy, I know that we can rise again. Holding my hand, I holding your own. United, we stand, divided, we fall. You know, I want to say when I come with ball, when I chillin' on that side, and I get no bro. I got L to the O to the V and the E. If we fighting together, we can conquer the sea. From the east to the west, then waving the flag from the north to the side. You're not joining the team. You go where you pella, you love my crown. Who kill it? Who got John?
I love Liberia, oh yeah yeah. Free land and
And of course, I love Liberia. I know you love Liberia. We sincerely apologize. It's really a technical problem now. Getting our guests, and so we're trying to work that out. The network seems to be very bad, and so we're trying to work that out. This is Open Conversation on ELBC Radio. We just got news that one of the chairpersons of the campaign also is Jeremiah Salonte, and he just had a press conference. He has vowed to go out to campaign vigorously for the re-election of President George Weah. He said that his appointment is a clear manifestation of the CDC's standard bearers incorporation of all, despite political differences. And so he's excited about that. He bragged about bringing a wealth of knowledge and experience to the campaign activities, making sure that His Excellency is re-elected. And you know that if you have a campaign team that incorporates everybody, it's important because people have followers. And if you have people who have followers, then you already know that we always in this country as a people have people who we follow, people who we respect. And when they say, I'm leaning on this side, it's incumbent upon us. That is how the society is, to also lean on the side of those people. So Jeremiah Salonte just had a press conference, and according to him, he's excited that he is a part, he's on board, regardless of his affiliations before, but now he's on board the CDC, and the fact that the CDC can trust him and think that he can bring something to the table makes him excited, and he's going all out, and he's going to make sure that President Weah gets reelected. He's not taking that appointment lying down. And I'm sure in the coming days, we'll be hearing from all the other people who are on the team. Somebody says it's Heaven 11. Somebody says, the opposition is in hot zone because of the people who are named on the campaign team of the Coalition for Democratic Change. It's elections time, or we go into elections in October, and so it's going to be heated. I think we have our guest now ready to rock and roll, and so let's see whether we can have her. Can you come closer to the camera a little bit, ma'am? And see whether we can go straight into it right here on our open conversation. Like I told you earlier, one time, Grand Bassa strong woman says she wants to unseat CDC Matthew Fairplay Joe. Let me go to this Grand Bassa County and see those people who are running in that district. Is important for me to see in district number 3, Grand Bassa County. Let me see who those running. I see Bazigia. I don't know which one of the Bazigias this is. Is running as an independent candidate. Biede Toga is running as an independent candidate. Julia K. Bono is running on the Unity Party ticket. Julia Duncan-Cassel, who is my guest this evening, is running as an independent candidate. Henry's James Etta is running as an independent candidate in District number 3, Grand Bassa County. Matthew Fairplay Joe is running on the Coalition for Democratic Change ticket. We have one... Goa Janji Lord, he's running on the Collaborating Political Party ticket. Miller Ben G is running, that's G Ben Miller. Ben Miller is running on the Democratic National Alliance Party. And also, who else? Yeah, that's all. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 persons are running, inclusive of the incumbent. Do we have our guest now ready? Okay, Madam Duncan-Cassel. Good evening. Welcome to Open Conversation. It's good to see you. It's been a while.
Good evening,
I think you
good
muted
evening to
yourself, ma'am.
I think
It's good to see you.
I think
Okay, you're okay now. You're good. You're good. You're good. Where have you been?
okay.
Are you hearing me?
Good by His grace. Good by His grace.
Where have you
I can
been?
hear you
In or
loud.
out of the country?
I can hear you loud.
You been here or you been out?
Where there's echoes in the back. I'm in the country.
Echoes in the back.
I've been here.
I'm in the country.
I've been my county.
I've been here. I've been my county. In and out.
Okay, in and out of Grand Bassa County. Great. Before we go to Grand Bassa County, let me ask you this question first. What's your take on the current political discourse in our country, specifically as it relates to women's participation, knowing that you once served as a Minister of Gender? What's your take on that? The internet seems to not be doing as well this evening. An open conversation. Well, if you're listening to us, this is Open Conversation on ELBC Radio, and the internet seems not to be doing as well this evening. Networks have been really, really bad since 2 days now, and we were just hoping against hope that we will have this conversation, but it seems not to be going our way. Let me see whether I can just get her on the line so that we continue our conversation instead of depending on the internet to do the trick for us this evening on Open Conversation. Okay, ma'am. I think we will have to take you on the line instead. Is the internet okay now? Are you getting me? Okay. Ooh. Can you unmute yourself? I think you've muted yourself.
I can get you, but
Okay.
it's echoing in the back. It's raining heavily where I am. Maybe just go on the line. Yes. Maybe just go on the line. Yes. If I can hear you right now, it's good.
You're good now. I'm getting
I can hear you right now. It's
okay, good. Yeah, it's good. So when it gets that bad, we will go on the lines. But I was asking you, what's your take on the political?
No, I'm fine. I'm all right.
Okay, so I was asking, what's your take on the current political discourse in our country, as specifically as it relates? Okay, she's gone off again. So let me see whether we can just do it via. So let me just call her and see whether we can do it this way because it seems not to be working the way we want it to work. That's how it is. Sometimes the internet, bad network. So we have to accept it. I think we should do it this way, ma'am. It's better that way.
Yes, this is better.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So I was asking you, what's your take on the current political discourse in the country, specifically as it relates to women's participation, knowing that you served as a gender minister before?
First of all, say thanks and thanks for the invitation. Thanks for the work you're doing. Coming from the private sector, the government, I must say that you've been doing a great job. Thanks to the LBS family.
Thank you.
I'm glad to be on this platform this evening. And I am participating in these elections, and I am still promoting women participation in politics and in governance in our country. I strongly believe that when women are at the table, the issue of women and children and our people with disability will be centered. So I'm not sure if you have seen the statistics, but the number of women who have heard the voices, the number of women who are willing to stand up and to be a part of the political process. We had the late Ruth Caesar, the late Mary Parnell, and others who came up with the framework of the Women Manifesto. And that manifesto was to guide and help women move up into the political arena. And today, the legacy has been lived on. And women now are fully participating in this process.
Are you excited about, are you satisfied with the number of women who are participating? do you think that, that number is okay for now, or you think that it should have grown significantly?
I want to say a big thank you to all of the women that turned out to register. The women turned out in the numbers to register. They participate in that process. And again, I want to say thanks to all of the women who decided to participate in these electoral processes. I'm dissatisfied with political parties even after signing the memorandum of understanding with the National Elections Commission and partners on the basis that no party would present the listing of less than 30% of either gender. We're not able to acquire that. But this is the highest number we have had of women raising their hands to be representatives, senators, either on political tickets or independently. It's a step, and I think we should applaud the women of Liberia. And it got across the 15 counties. Before, we used to have 1 or 2 women participating. Now in counties, you have over 8 to 10 women in one county or in one district. That's to show you that.
Okay. So you think women, I get, the participation of women is getting better. Okay, even though you're disappointed in the political parties that they couldn't live up to what they say they would have done when it comes to the 30% women representation. Okay, let's hear your take on this. I hear you're running independent, right? I see your list on, you see your name on the list of independent candidates, but I heard that you've shifted your support to Alexander Cummings. Why are you running as an independent candidate when you support Alexander Cummings?
Let me say this. I am a unity partisan. I've never officially resigned from my party, but I dislike the way and manner in which the Unity Party is being run.
What do you mean?
That's what I mean, just what I just said.
You say you dislike the way the Unity Party is being run. How is it being run?
And elections is about numbers. Elections is about knowing who your partisans are.
Okay.
Apparently, the Unity Party decided to come up with new breed of people and leave people who ran the party and who took the party to 2 victories. So I leave it as that. But in the name of Tim Cummings. Tim Cummings is to promote the work and Mr. Cummings. And the guy who reached out to me, nobody else did at the time. But Tim Cummings is part of the CPP, and they have decided to form part of the Liberty Party. I am a politician. I am from Bassa. I will not run on a party ticket that has a faction. Okay, even one party has been, one side of the Liberty Party has been identified by the law. The other side is still there, but they are from the Bassa belt. So I decided, and they decided to put a candidate in the race. I cannot go on ticket when they have put another candidate. But they agreed in principle that because Liberty Party was the biggest party in that county, that they would give that seat to a Liberty Party person. I didn't join Liberty Party in 2005. I'm not going to join Liberty Party now. So I decided as a politician, I will go independent. And so that my independency will drive my success and my decision as a stakeholder, not only in the Bassa County. There's no county in the Republic of Liberia. There's no district in the Republic of Liberia. I served as superintendent for 6 years. I've traveled the length and breadth of this country. I was chair of the Superintendent Council. And I served as minister for 6 years. I wrote keynotes, I wrote bikes, I wrote keke. There's no part of this country that you go and call the name Julia Duncan-Cassel. It's not recognized. And so, it's on all of those things. And for my belief and what I stand for, I decided with my family, my friends, and my supporters that we use the way of independency.
Okay, now, I'm getting a little bit confused here. Did you say that you support Alexander Cummings? Did I hear you say that? Yes, ma'am. No, I want to ask you a question. That's why, and
our name on Team Alex on Team Cummings.
Okay.
Right. I am a member of Team Cummings.
You are a member.
I'm not running on ANC ticket or a ticket because Team Cummings ticket and the Liberty Party form of to go the coalition. And I cannot say that because they have a candidate in a district, they have money. Maybe if they are not for a candidate, that's going to be a different thing. But they have a candidate running on the CP ticket in a district money.
Okay, so you're running in a district, you support Alexander Cummings for president, but you're running independently. So how do you do? So you don't want Cummings support in your district, do you? And you don't intend to have his support in your district because his party is putting up a candidate in that district also.
It's not a matter of support, but because they are an institution, they are a collaborative party, the CPP. I'm putting forth a candidate. Right now, it's about me. It is about Julia Duncan-Cassel extending to that position.
Mm.
Okay, I cannot go on a party that is collaborating with another party and I put forth a candidate in that district.
So what is it then? Well, then I still don't get it. Why you support Cummings then? Because Cummings' party, his party has a candidate in the district you are running in, and they put a candidate against you, even though you say you are on the campaign team for Cummings.
I said our name on the Cummings.
You were named.
Okay?
That means you're
Take Cummings have made. Wait, listen to me. Take Cummings have made an agreement with Liberty Party that they will give the county to Liberty Party.
Okay.
So there's no way that I will go on a ticket. I was not willing and ready to join Liberty Party. And I will not join Liberty Party. So I had to go independent.
So what do you get from there then?
Well, listen, there are other parties that push me too. But looking at all of that, I know that there will be a time that we get to that bridge when the decisions will have to be made. But for now, for who I stand and for who I am and my belief, I decided with my family to go independent.
Okay, so I'm just trying to, understand exactly what you're saying. When you say that, we'll get to the point when decisions are going to be made. Is it that you're joining Cummings now or you're still, supporting Cummings because you believe that there will be a second round, and if you don't win the elections in your district, at least you are part of Team Cummings, and you will have something if you go to a second round and there are negotiations. Is that where you're going?
Very well. You're not going to put words in my mouth. I am going to win my elections in my district. I'm a formidable force. So
can you win Matthew Fairplay Joe? You think is it easy to just win Matthew Joe in that district?
I'm not going to call nobody's name. I'm not going to praise him. I'm going to talk about myself.
He's the incumbent. That's why I'm calling his name. He's the incumbent. What is your support base in that county, in that district?
Gave us 2017 when he didn't. So the incumbent that gave me the right to that position again if you don't perform. In 2017, there was 7. I came 3rd. The incumbent at the time of Gabriel Smith, he came 2nd. Marvin Joe came 1st. I came 3rd. So being the incumbent does not give you the right to that position if you don't perform. Marvin Joe has not performed. And the people of that district have seen the works. And they saw the work we did as the appointed officer. And know they now know what we can do, and we are elected by them. And so they have asked us to run in that position because they know who will bring to the table. I'm not here to go anything in the game. Right now, we are about 8 in our race.
Okay.
So that it does.
Okay. I get it. You anyway, I call Matthew Flep and Fairplay Joe because he's the incumbent. I called all the other names. Yeah. So let me ask you, I hear you say that, the people of the district know exactly why they have asked me to run, and I know exactly what I have done in the district. Let me hear about why, what is Matthew Fairplay not doing in the district? What do you want for that district? What have you done so far for which you think that you can unseat the incumbent lawmaker?
I think it's up to the voters. I'm not going to sit there and say what I've done. For my interaction with them, I live there. I go to church there. My home is there. My farm is there. For the last 5.5 years, I've been there. For the last 12 years, I've been there. I went to school there. Okay? I'm not going to talk about any opposition or any imposition or any candidate that's in the race. I can tell you, I'm a people person. I can tell you, when you serve in the executive, you serve at the will and pleasure of the president. When you are elected by the people, you have 3 responsibilities. Maybe you have not met the 3 responsibilities to the people. Even at that, when Matthew Joe won the election in 2017, I was one of the first to go and congratulate him. He has invited to a 1-hour meeting. He has not even been in my community. So if he's serving the district, but it's not time for that. When it's time for the debate, we'll go at the table and we'll play the premises. But let me tell you, I'll serve as an executive. You as the executive, you are the chief representative of the president. I went to school in Bassa in our district. I benefited from vacation jobs. I supported it. I made sure that not here to do a social development fund or county fund for re-establish vacation jobs where students were able to get hired for vacation jobs so that they could be able to assist their parents to go back to school. I created the Domo Festival. It had nothing to do with taxes or government. It was my own creation. The money for the Domo Festival was to promote teachers, young teachers with their first degree to go and get master's degree. It's a time we're establishing a Bassa community college. Now it's a university. So we're looking ahead. And the Domo Festival to create tourism, to attract people to the beauty of Bassa County, to encourage our farmers, our market women, our rural women, our women in cross-border trade, our youth, our people living with disability, to give them, the people with disability at the Domo Festival, they participated in the bicycle race, in swimming race, the canoe riding, checker, chess. The festival was not just about saying that eating Domo. It was a creative idea to bring the people together, to see the talents in those people. Today, a lot of those people who participated, who won awards, their lives have changed because of that festival that carried on 12 years ago.
How has their lives? How has it changed their lives? I hear you talk about, teachers who went to get the master's degrees. How many of them are we talking about here? And these people with disabilities, you're talking about the market women. How has this Dumb Boy Festival that I know about, I've heard about, and I've heard about eating and swallowing Dumbo. How has it? I had an opportunity to eat some of the Dumbo, but how has it changed the lives of people? And when you're talking about the teachers, how many teachers are we talking about who went out and got master's degree and are serving in Grand Bassa County today, 12 years later?
At the time, we're talking about 2006, 2008.
Mhm.
So 2006, we went there as superintendent. 2007, after the master got burned, we hosted the 26th independence. After the independence, to keep that light shining in Bassa, that's when we created the Dumbo Festival in 2008. The teachers had the first degree. We were telling the community college, we wanted people with master's degree to get at colleges or university. Unfortunately, after our time, the ones that benefited, you have teachers that went and got their first degree too, that benefited. And you have teachers that want to get a second degree. But knowing the age and time, government changed, the DO changed, the mental education changed, I think 2 or 3 of them got or retired. But your teacher, it hurt me so bad that after this work came back with a master's degree, they retired them.
But then were they young? Because, and let me stick with you with that one. If you're saying that you helped young people all the time, and if they were young people all the time, they shouldn't be retired, because people who are retired by government. Yes, ma'am.
People were not teachers. Teachers was there. Was the teachers. So I worked along with the Ministry of Education, with the county education officer, the DOs, to also make names of people who met expecting guidelines. I did not choose them. It was done by our task force that was set up to identify teachers. Okay?
So approximately how many of them benefited from that? If 2 or 3 of them were retired, fine. But approximately.
This was done 2008, in 2023.
Yeah, great. So you said 2 or 3 of them were retired.
But no teacher should be retired. Teachers are teachers. I don't care how old they are.
No, you can be 70 years of age and be teaching my child, because you will not teach my child properly. So that one, yeah. So people should be retired if they reach the retirement age, ma'am. But I'm asking how many persons benefited, approximately how many? Because, and I'm asking you this question for a reason, because you are boasting of this Dumb Boy Festival, and you talked about teachers who you sent out there to get the master's degree. Now you talked about the market women also. I want to know how the market women, I'm not going to go to people going to swim. It's just about fun fair. So,
the market women, everybody, rural women, we work along with the Indian Catholic at the time, and one's called Barefoot. So those women from the various districts, we have 5 districts, 5 administrative districts, were sent to India. They were sent to India. All they would do was put in the school. We had to buy the ticket. They send them to India with a Barefoot college to learn how to do solar lights. So when they came back, and they went back in their villages and started creating solar lights to prevent gender-based violence.
So how many solar lights have they produced since then? Which village specifically? Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
You. 5 administrative districts. Women from those districts went to India. Okay? So there were 2 from each district. Went to India and were trained by Barefoot College. Those women came back. They were able to light up their communities. They were able to charge phones in the community to generate income.
Are they still doing that now?
Pardon me?
Are they still doing that now? Yes, ma'am.
I left the 3 years ago. Almost 12 years.
Yeah, but
So
you're running back.
when
You're still in Grand Bassa, even though you were not a superintendent. So if you did something 12 years ago and you know or you knew that you would come back to the people to ask them to, make you their lawmaker, then you should be checking on those people because that's one of your success stories then. So you don't know what is happening to these women now, right?
I agree with you. The women are still there. But you know the thing about our thing is maintenance. Maintenance. When the next government we have programs, we have plans, we have things on document that we're supposed to follow. Everybody's interest is different. There have been 3 superintendents after me.
But that is as yes. So there have been 3 superintendents after you. So what are you insinuating? That if I learn how to fix solar lights,
people do not build on process. They want to create their own. So maybe they were not interested in what we did. And so they have to look the thing. The women had to have refresher classes. They had to have the materials. The materials used to come in by the container. But then they'll be able to continue doing the solar light. In fact, as a matter of fact, talking about my people, the embassy, the Indian consulate with barefoot was instructing campus on the Grand Bassa County community college campus. And that contract after I left as speaker, it was awarded to Matthew Joe. When the consulate came, the ambassador came to go to the inspection, they were disappointed of the work.
It was what?
And because of that, they were disappointed of the work he did. He had a contract, he was a contractor, he fair play. And somehow, some way, they awarded him the contract. That contract was not done well. The people went to inspect it. The ambassador team, the Consul General of India went to Bassa to the community college because we were trying to build an institution and connect it to the community college. That college, that portion, the construction of it were awarded to the incumbent lawmaker today.
And what has become of it?
Been in government for the last 5.5 years. They never materialized because people are disappointed and the federal government, the president of the college, that university, the board of the university, did not follow through with the Indian government, with the program Barefoot College. They did not
so are you going to blame it on the you're blaming it on the representative now, the incumbent lawmaker?
Not he alone. I'm blaming it on the president of the college and the board of the college, the chairman of the board. Okay? See, when you go over there, you see documents. The people say, wow, some people are putting for. There are records, there are things there. Look at it. You don't have to follow it step by step. But at least you say, this is what we've met. How do we go from here? How do we follow it?
Okay, let me take you a little bit from Grand Bassa. I will carry you back there, but let me ask you this question because I hear you even questioning one of your rivals, the incumbent lawmaker. You served as gender.
I'm not questioning. I'm not questioning.
Okay, great. So I'm not there. That's your assertion. He might have something different to say. So you serve as gender and minister during the Sirleaf Bouaka regime. But here we are with all the challenges facing young girls, boys, at-risk youth. It seems you didn't do much to address some of these challenges. What were your shortcomings at the time?
None, but thanks to people like you are a reporter. You planted a tree or brought the girls on Lebanon. So you're supposed to be a part of it. You know, you are aware. Okay? But what we did, there was stay homes we got 15 counties. We have stay homes in 11 counties. Today, all of those stay homes are closed. We have the one WCA. Taking abused girls. We have the Bombay Mission. We have students on Rich Institute girls. We have Bassa Mission that hosted 200 students. We took them off the street and put them in school. Go look at Bassa today. Go
So,
to Bombay, the program is over. Go to Rich, the program is over. Go to YWCA. Who you should take those girls off the street and put them.
are you saying, who closed those schools? Why were they closed? You left them up and running?
No. We partner with boarding schools to take those girls out of a risk environment.
Mm-hmm.
And we partner with register operating. But the program ended because people came after us and were not able to raise funds to continue the program. But Balatwa is a government school. Balatwa can host 200 girls. We have girls from Lofa, Bom, Nimba, Bassa, and Makibi. Go to the Balatwa. Where the vice president comes from, Duncan-Cassel.
What's happening there?
The girls die on mission. No support.
They're what?
No support to the school.
They're dying?
No support to the school. No, I'm saying that the girls on the dormitory.
Mm-hmm. When you say no support, what do you mean? When you say no support, what do you mean?
The Ministry of Gender, Ministry of Education, Ministry of Health, it was a tripartite agreement.
Mm-hmm.
It was an agreement between the ministries, gender, education, health.
What was that agreement? What was that agreement?
And justice.
Mm-hmm.
Hello?
Yes, ma'am, I'm hearing you. What was that agreement? What used to happen?
Mm-hmm. It was done collectively with 5 ministries involved. When we took these girls from a risk environment and put them there, Palatwa is owned by the government. That place was renovated by the United States government under USAID. That place was up to standard. We have 200 girls on the dormitory. And they're not small girls. The first group graduated, the second group graduated, but go to jail. Nothing happening there.
What were you doing with the girls there? They were just in school? Were they just in school? What were they learning there?
GEP. They were doing agriculture because they have a big land. They were doing economics.
Okay.
They were being trained besides just going to school. But they got out of environment that were not conducive for them at the time.
Okay.
Palatwa is a government school.
And you say it's not it's not operational today?
The day school is operational, but the boarding school for the girls.
Okay.
It's not.
Are you disappointed?
Very much. The YWCA. In Morocco, I go to Balatwa. We furnished that place. We dedicated our place. But the girls, all offices. We should keep the girls there. After they go to the treatment or they go through rehabilitation, then we reincorporate them into society. It's not operating like that. The whole compound is being occupied by private offices. The YWCA was not built for that. That's not what the YWCA stands for.
Okay, so let me ask you, when you were serving as gender minister, you served for 6 years. How many girls are in, if you can just put a number to it, approximately, how many girls, did you help in terms of the Balatwa you're talking about and all of those boarding schools? Approximately, how many girls did you get back on their feet, you can say?
The agreement we had with Bricks and they graduated. Today, a lot of them out of college, they married, they own different, but Bricks had 40 girls, Bombay 40, that's why 200. But besides that, we have girls in schools and Morocco down. We have girls.
So you can put a number to it, right? You can put, because that number as a...
I can tell you the program we have with Bricks.
Okay.
40. The program we have with Bombay, 40. Then 80. Do your first math. The program available for 200 girls. So as they graduated, others went in. But besides that, we had girls at the Methodist school. We had girls in other schools. Catholic school. Leave her, depending on the locality, depending on the needs.
Okay, let me ask you this question. Now you know,
we had the Aspirant girls department. That department was fully functional. Well, girls, when you come in with your parents and they said we needed help, besides that, we had everyone's scholarship for girls. I can give you the number on here because you tell me what this program is going to be about. I don't have the information on hand right now, but everyone's sponsor a lot of girls on our time. Nigeria, there's a school in Nigeria that Madam went to. When we took girls from there.
These are just few girls. The number of young people, young women in Liberia who were, you know.
I'm not going to sit here and give you numbers.
Okay.
The members are there. Go to general ministry. Go to general ministry.
Okay. Okay. Good. Okay. So tell me a little bit about. Tell me this one. I have, you know, more knowledge about that. Tell me more. Tell me a little bit of what you did as gender minister when it comes to the children who were on the streets selling. Yeah. At least that one I know more about that. Do you think you did well with that because there was a policy? There was a policy instituted by Madam Sirleaf that no child, you know, of school-going age should be in the street selling during school-going hours. Did you do well on that?
Very well. Because of that, today, even if I see a child selling in the street, selling something that maybe I might need, I will not buy it from that child because it shouldn't be in the street.
Did you arrest any parent or any child at the time? Or how many parents did you arrest during the time that policy was in place?
They don't have arresting powers.
No, that's what it says. That's what the policy says, ma'am.
Now why are you coming wrong?
No, I'm just asking you.
But we work with the Ministry of Justice. That's Gender and Children Department and the Ministry of Justice. Whenever we saw something that was going wrong to a child, the ministry was informed. The Ministry of Gender does not have everything power. We do not. But we find safe places to put them if they are arrested for any reason. Not arrested.
You know. The thing about it is, you were saying all of this. The last time I had, you know, the former a superintendent of Montserrat County on the show, and she said that you all, you know, obstructed the process at the time. She blamed it on you. Grace Pan. Grace Pan. You were part of it, yeah. You want, yeah, one of the institutions that, you know, they made her work very difficult at the time.
Because there's a law for children's rights. I'm not sure from what point you can listen to her interview, but I know the kind of person that Grace Pan is, and I know the kind of journalist you are. I know what you tried to do when you wanted to obstruct. The work was doing on those girls from Lebanon. The same girls that are still in the street. So I know from what you speak. I did not listen to Grace interview, so I cannot speak to that.
Okay.
But let me tell you, the Ministry of Gender does not have arresting power, but the Ministry of Gender with the child law, the children's law, that's what we have, the children's parliament. We have the girls unit. When anything has to do with children, we work along with the Justice Ministry. There's a gender bent at the Justice Ministry. Okay? We work with the senior lawyers depending on the age of the person.
Okay.
We work with other associations to make sure that labor ministry is responsible for child labor.
Okay, let me bring you back a little bit to politics, because this your gender thing now, it has taken over you already. So back to politics. You said that, you know, you're disappointed with the Unity Party that has brought on board new people over some of you who led the party to 2 victories. How do you think this could hurt Ambassador Bouaka, who now says he wants to rescue Liberia?
I'm not going to go there. Like I said, I've always been a member of the Unity Party. I remain a member of the Unity Party. They will not say they have any resignation offer for me, but I'm not happy with them. I took a sabbatical for Unity Party. So I can't tell you about Unity Party.
Are you going to go back after Ambassador Boaka doesn't win these elections?
I'm not going to go there because I don't know who's going to win the elections. I'm not also
okay, if he wins the elections, are you going to go back to Unity Party?
That is left with me and my family to decide. I'm going independent right now. So after the elections,
okay, then you decide.
After these elections come October 10, politics is not stagnant.
Okay.
As a politician, you don't put your eggs in one basket.
So how many baskets you got your eggs in now?
Not yet. No basket has come to me.
You said independent. No. you already put you're on the campaign team of Alexander Cummings. Why? Then you say you're not. It's like this. Bromskin ghost is haunting all of you from Grand Bassa, right?
Get it right. Let's get it right. Our name is the time. It was named because of the CPP. Coming from Unity Party. I was named because it was this Catholic suffering campaign was launched. Okay.
Oh, you went to march too? You marched?
Being named on the team and being on the team is a different thing.
Please explain it to me, ma'am. Being named
on the team, being active on the team. Running a district. It's running along with the LP. Yeah, I'm a candidate anyway. I'm a candidate. So I'm expecting to be with such a team.
Are you saying you're just there for it's just on the paper, right? But you said being named and being active there are two different things, which of course I agree. Initially, when I asked you, when you told me that, the CPP has a candidate in the district you're running, but you support Alexander Cummings named you on his campaign team. I asked you the question, how are you going to be on a campaign team? I'm coming, ma'am. You coming. How are you going to be named on a campaign team of a political party that is putting up a candidate against you in the district you're running? And you said that is fine. But now you're saying being named on the campaign team and being active on the team is another thing. So you're fooling Mr. Cummings? Present. I'm just asking, ma'am.
I've worked with a lot of journalists, and I know the way you operate. I said, and I repeat.
Okay.
And I repeat very clearly. I was named on the team. The team were working in collaboration. It's a collaborative party with Liberty Party. The team decided that Liberty Party was known as Bassa, so they would give the seat out to a Liberty Party son.
Are you happy about that? Are you happy about that?
If I'm happy, it's been for myself.
Is what?
And whoever is there, I can beat them. But they made a choice. I support that choice. I'm going independent.
Are you still going to campaign for Cummings?
Gigi.
Yes, ma'am.
You jumping the gun. Campaign has not started yet.
But you're already on a team. So you'll be campaigning against yourself in your own district because they have a candidate there. Oh, my goodness. Are you getting me, ma'am?
Reconnect, your internet.
I'm getting you now. Yeah,
okay.
I'm getting you now.
Okay. So, as an independent candidate, my focus right now is on me getting elected for my people. The people asked me to run, and so my focus is focusing on my elections.
Okay.
As an independent candidate.
So from now till October 10, you are on you. You are on you. You're campaigning for you, and it's all about you, right?
For now.
Until October 10. But don't you think, leaving the Unity Party is a minus?
I didn't leave the party. 2017, I ran.
Just, okay, let me reframe my question. you know, taking a sabbatical from the Unity Party, don't you think it's a minus? For the party, for you?
But it's for them to answer. It's for them to answer. It's not for me.
So it's not a minus for you, right? And to be leaning on the coming side.
If the party and the new leadership of the party knew the strength and the weight, they would have done what it was supposed to do.
Okay.
So I'm not going to answer that question for the party. The party is on their own. The communist team knows the strength, but they decided to feed a candidate.
Then they don't know your strength. They don't know your strength.
So it left with me, myself, and I.
Even though you are supporting them, your family is supporting them, but they don't even know your importance.
Listen to me. You don't talk to my family. My family was a very independent family.
No, you said you and your...
My husband supported Winston Totman. My daughter supported this person. So everybody is independent in their doing. So my family does not come in this picture. My family will support me as it relates to whoever else they want to support. We allow the independence.
Okay.
My dad was a Bible, my mom was an IE. We do not question. We agree to disagree in our family.
Great. So are you supporting Cummings because Madam Shirley wants you to support him, even though he's not supporting you and putting the candidate against you?
No. Tilly.
Yes, ma'am.
I did not tell you who I was supporting as a president. I told you right now, my focus is on me winning my elections. And I repeat,
okay,
it's about me winning my elections. But I'm saying it's not running anymore. She ran twice and she won twice. We ran her campaign twice and she won twice. It is not about Madam Salif. Madam Salif is in retirement. She's my political leader. She's my mentor. And she'll always be. But she is not in this race.
Okay.
So her name shouldn't even be mentioned in this race.
Okay. So I will soon go to the lines. Let me just hear from you on your district. You're running in district number 3. What is it, you're going to do when you become, representative of that district? What is it that you want in that district that you don't see Matthew Fairplay Joe doing, that you want to do, for which the people of district number 3 should elect you? I gave you 2 minutes to do that, and then I open up the lines.
Thank you. This is where we're supposed to be going. They're asking me who I supported, who I'm not supporting. Let me tell you.
Please go ahead.
There, I went to school there. I've come with experience.
Okay.
I've come with administrative skills. I've come with the knowledge of bringing back. Okay, as a superintendent, as you serve at the will and pleasure of the president, so you can be removed at any time. But when you are elected by the people, you serve for the people. You listen to the people. The people tell you what they want, not you telling them what to do. Okay? So from listening to my people,
okay,
when it comes to that district, the second capital city of the Republic of Liberia, today, Ghana, every place cannot understand. Why? Our young people.
Buchanan has no light?
No, none. The power is there. They can't even turn it on, yes. But tourism, we have the beautiful beaches. Tourism, if we get the space for tourism, our young people can enjoy.
How?
Our people will be employed.
How?
Because tourism, look at Gambia. That's more than we got in that district. We have more than what Gambia has, a whole country has.
So tell me how you're going to do it. How are you going to do it? Because I hear you politicians say, we're going to do this, we're going to do that. But how are you going to do that? I'm coming, ma'am. That's where I was going. You keep saying that, as a superintendent, you work at the will and pleasure of the president, which is true, but that doesn't negate the fact that you can do better for your people as a superintendent. If you're doing it and the person who you work, the person whose will and pleasure you work at, if that person stops you from doing it, that's a totally different thing. Where you stopped from doing something you wanted to do.
Let me tell you, because of what they would have done for the president, because of being forced to the power that be today, working with lawmakers, they all came from a different party. I was the only one for the unit party. All the lawmakers, but because I use my expertise as a human resource person, as an administrator, as a manager, I work with them and working with the president. The role of that teacher became with the first she paid. Even though the people are Bassa, they didn't for that. Because of that, working with Bassa and the other lawmakers from Liberty Party, we were able to be the first county to build a community college. Because of that, working with my Salif, after 2006, when the mansion got burned, we hosted 2007, 26th celebration in Canada.
Okay.
Because of that, we have PRE, agriculture company, we're able to maintain. Our people had jobs. The cost of defense, they got started. It started when we left. But when you close to the power that be, you use the connection, even though we're appointed, and every time we went, you had to consult with the lawmakers. But our relationship with a group of lawmakers came from opposition party.
Okay.
They like a Gabriel, they like a Senator Ennis, they like a Baron, they all came from Liberty Party. Or we work together.
So then you're the one who was saying you work at the will and pleasure of the president. But you're now naming things that you have done under your leadership. What I want to hear from you is I understand that, and the reason why I said that it was because you were talking about working at the will and pleasure of the president. Even though you work at the will and pleasure of the president, but you were naming things that you did under your leadership, so you were not staffed at all. What I'm saying is, it was under your leadership also. So you take some credit for that. So we've heard that the streets of Buchanan are being lighted. Now you're telling us otherwise. We will do our own. We'll ask those questions. But my thing is, light. Is it not light? Is it not light? Oh, did you have cat eye there when you were there? Did you have cat eye there when you were there? You didn't have anything there.
Yes, they cut the wires. We cannot say they were light up.
Who cut the wires?
We had light up what was there.
How long you had the light there for? How long? For 12 years you had light generators? You had generators on for 12 years? Okay. You said no, but that's the point. You said I can't light the guy there though. You're not appreciative of what is there, and I don't think the people of Bassa would be happy about that though. But you say you had generators. That's what I asked.
26 party was chicken there. I lived there. I just left from there. That's what the lights are even over the ring season. That's what the lights.
Okay. So you expect the generators to be there on? You expect, but that's why I asked you whether you had generators on for 12 years. You didn't answer that question, but you have a problem now that
you
but you were there. Unity Party was there for 12 years. You are a Unity Party partisan. Of course. But your party was there for 12 years.
I became a minister. I was superintendent for accounting. I became a minister for the entire country.
Yeah, but you became a minister. That doesn't stop you from giving back to your county and making sure that the generators are on, ma'am. But anyway, I didn't get what you're going to do. I didn't get what you...
There were 3 superintendents after me.
Madam Cassel. Okay, so you got 1 minute. You didn't answer my question before I open the lines. You didn't complete it. You said tourism is going to blossom under your administration, where you two win as a lawmaker for district number 3. I was asking you, how is that going to happen? What are you going to do differently? I didn't get that. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, from the Farmington River to the Benson River. Okay, you go to Sunset Beach, you go to Atlantic Beach, you go to the beach of Buchanan. The seacoast is there. The port of Buchanan. The Buchanan is a beautiful city. Anything you plant, they will grow. Anything you have, they will attract people.
What are you going to put there? What are you going to plant there?
Well, what's that in Bassa? That's why I put in the fairground. Our people there, people don't know the one. They say, oh, look at the bread basket. No. Bassa, one day agriculture fair before in the popular appeal. We encourage our farmers. Okay? We bring things that we do, mechanized farming. We set up corporations with our farmers so that they can get value for their money, for their work. And that is some of what we're doing to improve the health system.
So the tourism y'all will be doing that, what y'all be doing differently? That's what I want to know, because I know how beautiful the shows over there are. What is not happening that will happen is, my concern, because I want to go to Grand Bassa.
We'll continue with the Elizabeth Village. We'll continue with the Sunset Beach. We'll continue with the Atlantic Street. We'll continue with both. Look, growing up in Bassa, we have ferries on the water.
You put ferries on the water again?
You got water transportation. We use water transportation.
As a lawmaker, where you get the money from to do that?
No, I will not do it. I don't have the money, but we encourage. We set the pace that we make the county environment where people can come and invest and get the investment back.
Okay,
so I want to encourage people to start using the waterways. We start to get investors to reach to the airport. We have an airport in Buchanan. So some people, everybody don't have to come by road because it's going that one way in, one way out. There are other ways. We encourage water transportation. We encourage people to invest in other areas.
Okay, ma'am. Let me hold you there. Let me hold you there and open up the lines for the people who are listening to you to make their input on the show. Just keep listening, and then we will get back in touch with you. I know you are listening, and then after we take the calls, we will come back to you. You wanted to say something? Okay. Okay. So just keep listening. Let me take some calls, and then I will get back to you.
All right.
Okay, ma'am. So you just listened to the former Minister of Gender. She's now aspiring for District number 3 in Grand Bassa County. And she says that she's going to make sure that tourism is at its highest in Grand Bassa County, District number 3. She says that all of the things that she started, she's going to make sure, because she was a former superintendent of that county. For 6 years, she was superintendent for that county. She says that she will make that place a better place. You who are in Buchanan listening to us this evening, and if you are from Grand Bassa County, whatever part of Liberia you're from, you're listening to the former Minister of Gender, who's running to be lawmaker in District number 3, Grand Bassa County. She wants to unseat CDC Fairplay Matthew Joe. Call us on the number 0880-514-096, and you'll be live on Open Conversation this evening on ELBC Radio and online. 0880-514-096 is the number to call, and you'll be live on Open Conversation on ELBC Radio. My guest is the former Minister of Gender, Madam Julia Duncan-Cassel. She's running to be lawmaker in District number 3 there in Grand Bassa County. And in that county, there are 8 persons running to be lawmakers, inclusive of the incumbent. Good evening.
Okay. My name is Giflo Joseph Waka, and I do join you from Chicosta.
Yes, here you, sir.
Let me say thank you to your studio guests. This is our problem we're facing with our aspirant or whosoever that are applying for us representative position. The problem here is that
they will always say things that will hold them tomorrow at the end of the day. Then they will say, oh, because we don't have the number, we don't have the this, we don't have the that. Be bold. Let people to understand your role as representatives. Not to play this, not to get that. Other thing you say, what if the people have you to hold you by your word and say, okay, let me put the woman there because you say this, she will do this, she will do that. And one of the problems I always facing with politicians, I don't know what politicians don't answer questions. Whenever you ask them questions that they need to answer, they will toss it, in fact, they will add if the thing is like that they're supposed to answer questions.
Okay.
So thank you.
Okay, thank you also for being a part of the program. Let's see whether we can take this person. Hello. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. I'm good. How you doing? Your line is very, very bad. You have to move away from the radio and find a better place.
You getting me now?
Yeah, much better.
Okay, yes.
You're much better, sir. Go ahead, please.
Okay, first of all, I want to thank the honorable former minister that you have already defeated us in the first place. My sister played you want to be your first, she led the Union Party, and she's campaigning for an community independent. I already defeated us, so she will have become a city.
Okay,
thank you. Want to take it for.
Good evening. Good evening, sir. Okay, just put a little life in that voice. You're sounding very low, please. Okay, that's your district, Madam Duncan-Cassel is running in. What did you expect her to do for the county as superintendent that she didn't do? What's your disappointment? Okay. Okay, so you think she didn't do anything there, right? Okay, thank you so much for your input. Let's hear this other person. Good evening. Good evening.
Good evening. It's Nathaniel calling from Digital Practice.
Let's hear you.
Okay, a question to the studio guest, Duncan-Cassel. He said that if she be elected, she will do SYC for Duncan-Cassel. My question to her,
I'm not sure she's getting that because myself, having problems hearing you. What is your question?
She get to realize that all the things that she needs is good for Bassa County.
When she got to realize all those good things,
that she named
a better for Bassa.
Bassa County.
Okay. All right. She's listening. She will answer that question. Thank you so much for being a part of the program. Hello. Okay, that person is off the line. Call us on 080-514-096 and you'll be live on the program. Good evening.
Yeah, good evening. Good evening. How are you?
I'm good.
Manchibu, how are you?
I'm good.
My name is Jamel Kudi, and I'm joining you from Pennsylvania State.
Let's hear you, Jamel.
Comments of gender. Sometimes people may not be in the know in terms of some of the past leaders. And when she was serving as minister of gender, she did extremely well in terms of promoting children and interest in terms of gender equality. So I don't know why people would just want to be critics to people you know nothing about. And I just want to encourage her to keep her head up because a time as a superintendent of Bassa and also minister, I think she does extremely well. And I think that her coming to the space to run for the representative seat in Grand Bassa County is support. And also a women's solidarity right that support towards women equality. So I think people should be acting in terms of, you know, tangibles. You know, not just tangible in Bassa. She's one of the feminist citizens of Bassa. She supported Bassa, the formation of Bassa College. She's been around. She supported women. She supported even the work. Started going to Bassa. She worked with the government. So she did us kind of give money or put money in your pocket. But she's looking at the total, you know, the general interest of the county.
Okay, Jimbo, thank you.
Keep her head up, and people that know her will support her in the process. Not enough for Bassa. Will support her in her way.
Okay, thank you. Let's hear this other person. Hello.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Well, my name is Christopher D. Kenneth, and I call you from Painesville this evening.
Let's hear you, sir.
Well, firstly, let me say hats up to the former General Minister in Studio and Superintendent, former Superintendent of Bassa County. Well, the lady in Studio was in leadership. She didn't see all of these good things that she's talking about, the beaches and what have you. She didn't see it to exercise that willpower to do these things for the people of West Bassa. And let her to know that development comes with time. It don't happen within a twinkling of our eyes. The power grid that is in the channel right now, that process made that power grid to go there. So the channel very soon and very soon, we have electricity for the people of the channel.
Okay.
So I want to say thank you very much.
Thank you also for being a part of the program. Good evening.
Yes, my name is Estoma, and I call you from this sort of city, Maserati. Let me say hi to with Duncan-Cassel. She can go good and black. She will not get a play. Oh, we are aware that Bassa will win the presidency. Once she was president, she knew all of that. She was in the gap, but she didn't know that. You got to call you what you have to say. But now she's saying that you want to sit down by the work. I think that is a great end of service to that young people. May God bless you, let you have a good day, and let you go rest. Let you go to bed. Thank you.
Good evening. Good evening.
I'm
good.
Okay. Madam Duncan-Cassel, all day one, I want to speak. Anyway, I'll go more and come out for you from Chicota. Madam Cassel, he say whatever thing she say, whether she on a conviction. So long, Madam Sally, push her to come before call me, ANC.
Is that why you heard a woman say? Is that why you heard her say? That's not what she said. She didn't tell you that Madam Sirleaf pushed her to campaign for Cummings. Did you listen to her? Did she tell you she's going to campaign for Cummings? No, she said she will campaign for herself from now till October 10.
Campaign for coming for somebody in her district. In her district. Then he asked her how she will run the campaign for Cummings. He said, well, that's the really will do it. We will know what to do.
That one day campaign?
Not one day.
But the running, so she'll be running her own campaign. She'll be running her
own campaign. You will not run Cummings campaign,
no, she's not running campaign. She's running her own campaign.
Okay, she will run her own campaign. Thank you. Okay. Well, I'm starting to tell you. You know, but now, Cassel, I used to know more. I'm going to give you the part of it. We push Ellie to make sure she won that election. But Ellie don't want to see anything better going on.
Now, who are you pushing now?
Now, I'm pushing the other party. I will make sure everybody get elected in the and make sure I fight for Ellie.
Oh, you the party had leadership 2 times. So don't say you measure the guy. You were there. You're not there again.
No.
All right, thank you.
We will take it.
We take it. Not like you would take it. Okay. Thank you. Oh, your force adding to power. Thank you, yeah. Okay. Let's hear this other person. Hello. Hello. Hello.
Hello.
What's your name and where are you calling us from?
Excellent. This city.
so much today. Nobody will get it for the presidency. But for her, yeah, much way that comment,
Now you're not on your own, no problem. Thank you, yeah?
Okay, yeah, that's it.
All right, thank you very much. So this thing is about Madam Duncan-Cassel leaving Unity Party, and the Unity Party people not happy about it. So long she left, she on her own. If she was still with the Unity Party, then she was going to win the elections. But she gone, so she on her own. Liberia and politics. Okay, let's go back to Madam Duncan-Cassel to hear what she has to say about all of the things that you people talked about.
Any questions, sir?
Eh?
Answers. I didn't have the opportunity to listen to the audience.
But you got radio beside you?
I didn't put it on. I didn't want it to disturb. I thought it was going to be on there.
Oh.
So I turned it off. Yeah, but no problem.
Okay, we don't, there were some people who were asking about, why all of the things, the good things you're talking about, you didn't do those things when you were superintendent, when you were serving as superintendent, and now you want people to believe that you're going to do that. The Unity Party people are not happy that you left the Unity Party, that you are not supporting Joseph Yumon Boaka, and they believe that you are on your own because you're not supporting them. They're going to support Boaka. He's going to be the next president of Liberia, but you're not going to win in that district. As somebody called from your district in Grand Bassa, district number 3, and said that the power grid is already there. They will soon get electricity. You can win Matthew Fairplay Joe in that district because you don't have a hand mark in that district, even though you served as a superintendent of the county. So I think that's all I can really remember. What's your take? We don't have much time.
It's okay. Who took Unity Party to Bassa? Who knew Unity Party in Bassa people? It's okay. Let the best person win. I'm not here to decide who's going to win, who's not going to win. Yeah, the girl is there. The girl there. The girl is ready to go. The girl was not intended as the lawmaker to go into the city. But for the girl to go to the city, the lawmakers had to make certain provisions, which they didn't do at the time. And whenever the President George Weah went to Bassa, they put him on the electricity. He said that your lawmakers, you ask them. Matthew Fairplay Joe is the direct representative of that district. But at the end, people got the right to call, people got the right to say what they want to say. But Bassa, we cannot be on the electricity. The Kakata guy, and the group is right there. It's running.
So you blame it on Matthew Fairplay Joe, right?
No, because he's the direct representative of that district.
What were you going to do if you were the representative of that district? What difference would you have made? No, I'm saying, what if you were a representative? If you were the current representative, what would you have done? That's what I'm asking.
I will work for my colleagues. In the legislature, the representatives and the senators, to ensure, just as I work with them, to ensure that the roads are cutting tree, to begin our paved that today, to ensure that today, most of the banks in Liberia is in Buchanan to honor me, to ensure that today there are hotels in Buchanan that were never there before. Since I left, nobody can tell me that I get one new one there.
So you negotiated for all the hotels that are there, right?
Yeah, we hosted the 26, we hosted 5 things. The Tomo Festival brought attention there. The Marvin Joy Construction Company, you are part of the program what do some of those things. I first contract I gave it to him.
Okay.
The county owner administration the first contract to have to renovate the houses called settlement steel. We got people here that are capable. You're not bring contractors from a roster. Use our logos. So I made the contractors on our NTT as the level administration of commerce. We put all the Bassa contractors together.
Are you proud of the work you did there?
Yeah.
Are you proud of the work he did there under you at the time?
I'm not into engineering, but they got the contract, yes, with Metal Steel. But the one when it came to the second hall, that had the difference. But I'm not the one to go. You have wanted a contract. We had development superintendent. We had where they sitting there. So whether they follow to do the work or not, but I make sure that people are passing what giving contracts to do.
Whether they were capable of doing it or not, you made sure that they were given the contract.
But nobody just have gone through the process. That they put themselves together as a corporation. Okay? They put themselves together and they did not divorce them from going through the process of.
And so he won now. I asked you whether you were proud of the work they did. You say you didn't supervise the work, so you don't know. So that's why I'm asking you. Because if you made sure that people got contracts and you didn't follow through, then it was just because they're from Bassa. So let them just get the contract.
There is the vision. You have a group. You have the superintendent who is the administrator. You have the development superintendent.
I know all of that.
And all of the projects are going and listen to me. So I broke up by the win the bid, but they were able to go through a bidding process. Team was set up for them. You go through the bidding process, you come and say these are people that are qualified. So I'm questioning I'm not engineer.
No, the thing I was asking is you're taking glory for, giving him his first contract. I want to ask whether the work
should benefit.
Agreed.
I will not be qualified. You get disqualified everybody from outside. For our team, you have public works. You have internet affairs.
Okay. Let me hear you. Let's leave that because I know you will not say anything good because that's you're going against him. So let me hear your parting comments because I'm totally out of time.
Thank you. Let me say this. I am proud. I can walk with my hands up high. I'm one of the few that are still here because I believe in my country. I believe in my county. I believe in my district. I believe and I strongly know that the lives are impacted. What we can do is not about me. It's about improving the lives of others. The way LPS were able to transform after so many managing directors, but thanks to your current boss, LPS is where it is today. So that's what happened. But you go up, you go down. Okay? And what we plan for our district, and not just the district, we transform the county, we transform the country. And Great Bassa County is the second county in the Republic of Liberia. Buchanan City is the second city in Liberia. There's so much. If you work together, no one person can do it. You have to be able to do it collectively. I'm not going to take credit for everything. I have a good team. I had a very good team on the ministry agenda. I had a professor that says, if you want to do something, surround yourself with people that are smarter than you. I think that's philosophy. I hold it close to me. And if I want to change or to act or to improve, I can share.
Okay.
We got a lot of qualified people. We can do it together. We can do it together.
Okay.
I'm not here to talk about it. So thank you. I was on this thing. I hope it's not a lot. But LPS has improved.
Thanks to okay, great. Thanks to His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Liberia. Let me end it that way. But ma'am, thank you so much, for taking up your time to speak with us this evening. And I believe this is not going to be the last time. We are going to elections and we will talk Grand Bassa more on this medium. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. And I wish you all the best as you go into these elections. I wish you the best. As a female candidate, I wish you all the best.
Let me say, like you asked the first thing we got great time, right? But to all of the females that are putting themselves out there, the strength of a woman, don't underestimate it.
That's it.
Thank you. I got my support. Yes.
Thank you, ma'am. Okay, she's a former gender minister, Julia Duncan-Cassel, but Madam Cassel is running now in district number 3 in Bassa County. She wants to unseat CDC Matthew Fairplay Joe there, 8, inclusive of the incumbent running in that district. And so it is what it is. We will continue to talk to people who are running in the different districts. Maybe some other time we will talk to some other people running in that same district in Bassa County. But tomorrow I'm going to play host, God willing, to Mr. Prince Crippler. He's running in district number 12. He has been running and running and running. And so tomorrow night, he's running on the CDC ticket. We'll hear what he has for that district and why he wants to unseat the incumbent lawmaker. And so Mr. Prince Crippler will be my guest tomorrow evening on our open conversation. Like I always say, the conversation is open. Let's keep it open and civil as we go to elections. Join us, God willing, tomorrow. My name is Titi.
From the east to the west, north to the south, let's come together as one. They say you're not there, we stand, divided we fight. If we not celebrate, we do it for you. While you forget that, you from Lower Country, you from Maryland, while you from Rewa Says, I'm a bastard, we own your people, I walk on the fine way. La villa, I love Liberia, oh yeah, yeah. Free land on liberty, Liberia.